Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Tech Talk Tuesday here at Let's Doing, one of my favorite things to do each week, where I get to share with you some of the coolest, newest tech that I have found this week. Some of it's consumer stuff, some of it is not, like this first one that I want to show you. This is a company called Spin Launch, which is building a new way of getting rockets into outer space. So for those of you who've been following, SpaceX has done all these commercial flights. There's the big thing is getting people's satellites up into space as cheaply as possible. So the first thing was reusing rockets, so they could re-land rather than just using them one time. This company takes a completely different approach. Basically, what they're doing is they've created a huge centrifuge that will spin around really, really fast, getting these rockets up to a speed of 5,000 miles per hour, and then launch them up into space. It's one of the craziest things I think I've ever seen, but it's pretty awesome. It would be a lot cheaper. It basically wouldn't use like any rocket fuel for escape velocity, and it would enable us to get things into space a ton cheaper. That is Spin Launch. Next one is an Indiegogo campaign called Gyro Ball. So any of you who've been following me for any amount of time know that I am kind of obsessed with electric vehicles. Yeah, I'll let it speak for itself. So this is an electric vehicle that's a ball, very compact, goes 12 miles per hour.
Lunch. Up a notch. Don't stop.
So that is Gyro Ball, electric scooter-ish device. Very, very portable, really cool looking. I think this is awesome. So that is called Gyro Ball. Next one is Chris. Now this I am a little bit obsessed with, I got to tell you. So this originally started out as a download for your computer that would allow you to have noise-free calls like on Zoom or Skype. And what it does is it uses AI to filter out background noise. But now they have created an iPhone app so you can make calls. And I've tried this. In the busiest of areas with so much background noise, you can do it in a coffee shop and it sounds crystal clear. And I'll show you an example here. So this is a street. Without Chris,
OEMs to service and maintain your organization's valuable IT resources can be costly and complicated, impacting your budget.
Here's a coffee shop.
If you're in an office and you're sitting back to back with someone who at a desk or something like that, you might feel free to ask them, "Oh, I just finished this new webpage design. Please have a look. Tell me what you think." When you're in a virtual setting, it's much harder, or the baseline or the effort required to ask.
So what kind of book are you looking for, Bonnie? Well, my instructor suggested I read a little about canyoneering before we go on our trip next.
How cool is that? So this really works. It really, really works. I did an entire phone call on a street the other day while I was walking. There was trains going by. There was a siren, and the person on the phone was none the wiser. So download this today. This is one of the most exciting technologies I've used in a long time. Crisp. Next one, this is really cool. So this is an electric motor conversion kit for a gas engine car. So basically you replace the engine of the car with this and it becomes an electric car. Now, I just thought this was cool because imagine all of the really, really cool vehicles that you could turn into electric cars, like a 1957 Corvette, for example, or a classic El Camino, for example. So it's really, I didn't even know anything like this could exist. So this is really cool. It's from Electric GT. Next one is Kavako. Now, there's lots of these kinds of tools that let you do pop-ups and social proof and things like that. This one allows you to do a deadline timer on your website as a pop-up, which I think is really, really cool. So you can basically tell people like, hey, you got 15 minutes to take advantage of this offer, or 24 hours, whatever. And you can do things that, like, if they opt into your email list, then you give them the 15 minutes to buy a deal or whatever it might be. So I just thought this was really cool. That's Kavako. And then the last one, this is, oh, not the last one, sorry, Copilot. This is going to give Mint, in my opinion, a run for its money. It is a paid app which is not necessarily a bad thing. It does really, really well in terms of budgeting, categorizing. This is meant for personal finance and like keeping track of your personal finances. This is really, really cool. And I played around with it. So this, if you use Mint and like it, I would highly suggest you give Copilot a try. And then the very last thing is this. This is not consumer tech, but I just thought this was amazing. This is technology for the military that attaches to rifles and will only allow a shot to take place when it's guaranteed to hit its target. So the person literally could hold down the trigger and then move the gun around. And when they get on target, it would start firing. This will reduce the number of stray bullets and unnecessary kills, I would say. But just as a technology itself, I think this is fascinating. So this is an article from military.com. So thanks for listening today. That was Tech Talk Tuesday. If you liked what you heard and you want to find out more, go to The Replaceable Founder. That's our free Facebook group. You can see this and all of the links that I talked about today. We'll see you next time on Tech Talk Tuesday.